Okay, to download and import the data into Excel for today's project, I've given you a link right here in step 1. I'm just going to select it, Control C to copy, go to browser, Control V to paste, enter. And you're going to see the page looks sort of like this. Okay, this is a map of San Diego if you've ever been there before. If you haven't, I recommend it. This is Coronado Island. Downtown San Diego's right here. This is San Diego Bay, Point Loma. La Jolla's up here. For about 5 years, I lived right there. Every one of these dots is a buoy that's out in the ocean that has technology on it to gather information. Okay, so this particular buoy that we're going to be looking at has gathered two times an hour. It gets temperature data, air, wind velocity, wave speed, all sorts of information, and it keeps track of it. And this is the kind of data that's used by climate scientists when they're trying to study global warming. This is real stuff that you guys are doing right here. Okay, first thing I want to do is click on this buoy 100. Okay, it's going to see a page that looks sort of like this. So this is the location of the buoy and the depth of the buoy and all sorts of things. And up here on the left-hand side, there's a link that says PM Download Table. PM Download Table. You're going to click on that. Okay, and you should see something like this. Now this buoy was put into operation in January of 2001. So twice an hour for the last many, many, many years. It has been collecting information. So there's a ton of information from this location of the ocean. At the time I'm making this video, we're now in April 2012. Okay, I want to grab all the data, not just for a particular month. So I'm going to come up here to this all data, but instead of clicking on it, I'm going to right click on it and say save target as or save link as. And I want to find my www folder, public.www folder, and navigate to my spreadsheets folder. And I want to save this. I need to save it as a text file. So I need to click on this Save As Type. This is a button right here. I'm going to click on Save As Type and choose All Files. There we go. And then I gave you the name allbuoy100.txt. There we go. So again, we need to be in the right place. We need to be of the right type, all files, and it needs to have the name, allbuoy100.txt. Might take a moment to download. It's a pretty big file. Okay, we don't want to just open this file because it's huge. So instead, I'm going to close it. And if we were to have said open right there, it would have opened it as a default in Notepad. And Notepad is just not a strong enough program to handle this amount of data. Notepad++ is. So you're going to go to Notepad++. There we go. And we're going to say File Open, or click on this little open icon. And I'm going to navigate to the public.www folder. Spreadsheets. And if you don't already see it, which you probably won't, you want to set this to all types. Okay? All types. Open. It might take a moment, but there you go. Now this is a huge amount of data. Notice if I scroll down, the scroll bar doesn't even move at all. Right? In fact, how much data is there? There's 194,058 lines of data here. Okay, that's a lot of information. So what we want to do, there is this HTML tag that's thrown in at the beginning here. We just want to get rid of that. I'm going to click here, select, backspace, and then save. Okay, so my goal is just to get rid of that HTML tag. Then save it, and then we're done with Notepad++. We can close it. Now we want to read this into Excel. So I'm going to come up here to Excel. This file, in fact, is so big that Excel 2003 couldn't deal with it. So Excel 2007 and 2010 can. If you're using 2003 on your home computer, it's not going to work, and you might need to come to campus and use one of our computers here. Okay, I'm going to say File, Open. And now I want to navigate to where I can find where we saved that file. You're not going to see it right away, right? We need to change this to all files. And there it is. Okay, now because there's several columns missing, it's going to be a little bit easier to do fixed width than it is to do delimited. If we do delimited, the headings are going to get all mixed up. Okay, so we're going to say fixed width. Next. This is its best guess. And its best guess is pretty good. Not quite perfect, right? These ones are messed up. If you want to put more here, you can. And here, it doesn't matter, as we're going to be deleting those columns are all empty anyway, and we're going to be deleting them. What is important is around this temperature right here, you want to put lines around that. Okay. I just put lines everywhere. You can leave some out if you want. Next. Finish. It might take a moment to load it in. Okay, here we go. So we have the year, the month, the day, the hour, the minute. I think this is wind speed or wave speed. Bunch of other things going on. I've included a link if you're really curious. Where did I put that? Right down here with descriptions of what all of these things are. We're only interested in the year, the month, and the day, and the temperature. Okay, so that's it. We're going to get rid of all the other columns. So I'm just going to select and drag up here at the top, like that, and then right click, delete. Select, drag, right click, delete. There we go. Now we want to make sure we save this. It's still a .txt file. So I'm going to say save, cancel. I'm going to say file, save as, file, save as. And now I want to save this as an Excel workbook. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this all at the beginning and just call it buoy100.xlsx. Right there.